Aloha, everyone, in another level living land. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Freedom Fridays. So happy that you're here because we are in store for a special treat. We have an awesome special guest, and she's going to be talking with us about the predictable cash flow method. Yes, and yay. So, first, let me share with you what is the purpose of this show. The purpose of the Freedom Friday show is to support you as an entrepreneur in achieving your success in business and life harmony, because it really is two sides of the same coin. We never want to get so busy making a living that we forget to make a life. And it is possible to work smarter, stress less, strengthen our relationships, and lead with much more energy, ease, and momentum so that we can increase our confidence, our calm, and our cash flow. So, how many of you want more of that? Yes, yes, yes. That's what we're going to be talking about right here. So, I want you to give a warm Another Level Living welcome to our special guest, Irina Portnova. Irina, thank you so much for being here with us today.
And thank you so much for this invite. And I'm already feeling the buzzing vibe.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Well, let them know who you are. And I know they're gonna love you as much as I do. So Irina is the manifestation star. Her work focuses on removing the pressure and confusion around money by helping clients make smarter decisions, communicate their value clearly, and take action that aligns with both their vision and real life goals. Irina believes manifestation works best when it's playful, practical, and grounded in action, not heavy, complicated, or disconnected from reality. And known for her refreshing, down to earth approach, Irina teaches that vision without action stays a wish, and action without energy feels draining. But when the two come together, business growth accelerates and life regains its rhythm. She is here to show entrepreneurs that creating wealth doesn't have to come from the expense of joy, clarity, and connection. And it can support all three. Now y'all see how much I love her, right? There's such a great synergy in what we've been talking about here at Another Level Living and what she is going to be able to bring. And I'm so looking forward to hearing the wisdom that you have to share with us today, Irina. Yay!
Woo! Drum roll.
So this topic, the predictable cash flow method, can you share with us why is this something that's so important for, especially for us as entrepreneurs?
I love that because you know what I noticed even with my own journey, and this is something I wanted to bring to everybody's attention. A lot of times it's kind of, like we do not have the balance. There are people who are just more on the energy side. Let's just do the woo woo work. And a lot of times there are people who are on the other side where it's more like just in the head. Okay, give me my plan, give me my to-do list, right? But when we talk about the success comes when we have balancing of these two energies, right? When we intentionally know what we want to create, and we also combine it with the steps and strategy, right? But a lot of times people are saying, okay, just give me the strategy. But very interestingly, statistically speaking, our mindset is 85% of the success. Although a lot of times everybody's like, I already heard about all that energy work and everything. Yeah, 85% of our mindset, and only 15%, which is breaking down to 10% of our actions and 5% of strategy. Just think about it, Heather. Only 5% of strategy, right? So a lot of people give too much attention to the strategy, not enough to actions, and completely ignore the energetic side. But I teach people that everything has to be in balance, because if we just do the meditations and wishy washy, but we do not apply any action steps to that, we cannot really see the momentum and we cannot see the results. Or the other way around, if somebody is just focused, okay, I have this long list and I want to make sure I check off everything on that list, guess what? They are not in that state of being, because first we have to be in the state of being, and that state of being is the one that's going to produce results. Because if we feel great, if we feel relaxed and joyful, we are exuding that energy on anybody that we are connecting. Agree?
I totally agree. I love exactly what you said, because one of the things that I usually talk about, there's so many things to do. Yes, especially if you have many roles and responsibility. But the question is, how do you want to be while you're doing it? Because how,
Mhm.
like you had mentioned, your energy, your mindset, and I even like to also talk about the power of your heart space
Mhm.
that actually infuses and and creates and expands the manifestation. Because if we're
Mhm.
operating in like the heavy and stuff like you mentioned when I was sharing in your bio, then guess what happens? That energy trickles into the action. But when we're
Mhm.
operating with like our aloha, like our firm belief of our ability to serve and do all these things, that energy trickles into the whole process. So I
Mhm.
love what you're sharing.
Thank you so much, my love.
So I have a question for you because I
Mhm.
want you to definitely be able to share with us some of the wisdom and the strategies that we can be able to use, like and what this cash
Mhm.
flow method is. But one of the things that I'm called to ask you is how do we know? How do we know if we have a challenge like that is actually getting in the way and like that's going to support us and actually like what are the symptoms of the challenge
Mhm.
with really being able to embrace this?
Yes, great question. So the symptoms is like we are pushing, but we are not producing, right? This is like the number one thing, because a lot of times people saying, but I know everything about, because I'm dealing with manifestation, but I know about the law of attraction. I've studied it, I watched it, and I said, you do not know, because if you do know, your results would show it. So if the results are not there, that means, remember, information does not equal transformation. We can consume a lot of information, but if we do not implement that information, if we do not, like, there is a word that we are saying, embodying, meaning that we are walking our talk, that means that we really did not start practicing what we are learning, and we cannot apply it into our results, right? So it's very, very important to understand that this goes hand in hand. So a lot of times the business owners are busy. I am busy. I have my whole schedule locked in, right? Yet when we ask, okay, so how much revenue did you generate per day? They are saying, well, I am trying, I'm doing all these steps. So I always love to remind them that first we are focusing on income generating activity. Everything else is secondary. So posting something on social media is not as relevant as picking up the phone and talking to the past clients, or like sharing with your audience, with your email list, what are you up to, inviting them, right? Because the whole idea is connection equal currency. When we connect and talk to the real people and just really understanding what is something that they want to create and there to have the solution, providing solution for them, that's exactly where we become valuable, and that's when people want to work with us. And again, our energy comes first, right? When we come just confident, happy person saying that I know I can help you, people can feel it energetically. But if we are doubting ourselves, people can feel it too, and they're saying, you know what, that person doesn't look like they know what they're talking about, right? That's why we say energy is first and strategy is following it.
Oh my goodness, I love that because one of the things I share is that our beliefs create our reality. If we there's a doubt of how like our fully believing in our ability and how to see, it will trickle in to the whole process when we talk to people.
Mhm.
But when there's this like full congruent knowing, and you mentioned that word embodying
Mhm.
our how we serve and who we are, that also
Right.
gets trickled in. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing, because then it makes success and manifestation actually much more effortless. That's what we
Mhm.
want. Oh,
Absolutely.
so share with us, what is this predictable cash flow method, and how can we start to embody it and create that?
Thank you so much. So first, like a lot of times when I talk to business owners, they are saying, I have my beautiful website running. I have my programs that I'm ready to teach. And guess what? Everybody is missing the point that if you do not have the people, you do not have the business. So when I talk about predictable cash flow method, what I teach my client, let's build the audience first. First, you want to have the people, and then you are going to sell to these people. So the way I teach them, I have different containers, but my thing is, let's build the audience, whether this is through summits, giveaways, co-creations, any other strategies or containers I have in, because like I said, we have to know that we have the people in our email list, right? I teach people how to have the email list, because then you can speak to these people, you can invite these people, and you can convert these people. So this is my predictable cash flow. And obviously, we go through different stages where we build the audience. Then I teach them how do we sell to that audience, how do we connect, and how do we become the first person on their list.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's so good. So building this audience, that
Mhm.
the ideal audience through several different methods, but really being able to do that and then communicate clearly and convey to them and make those offers and let them know who you are. Like, this is something that's so important, because a lot of times people can even resist building the community, the unique
Mhm.
community that you're called to serve. And now is the time to break free from that, y'all, because really and truly, there's 8 billion people in the world or more. There's more coming in every day, more going out every day. We're not called to serve everyone. We're called to serve
Totally.
certain people. And so
Mhm.
why not create that beautiful, I think of it like the lighthouse leader. You know how the
Mhm.
lighthouse stands and who it
Yes.
is, it shines its light so
Mhm.
bright, and then the right boat, and it communicates to the right boats, this is who I am, and then the right boats come in.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
okay, cool. So I got building your audience, your unique audience. What else? What else does this predictable cash flow method tips and strategies you can share with us?
Yes, absolutely. Know exactly what you want to create. I always say I love to create money, right? Because when we are just sitting with what we have in the bank account and saying where else I can cut the corners, this is not the way to prosper. So I always say determine how much money you would like to create, whether this is per day, whether this is per month, because remember, specificity matters when we talk about energy and manifestation. The more specific we are, it's easy for our mind to connect what steps do I take in order to create the result that I desire. So I teach my people to be specific. What is my monthly goal? Because first we take the end result and then we work backwards, right? Okay, this is something I want to generate. I want to generate 10,000 per month. So what does that look like for me? How many people do I have to talk to in order to convert some of them into the clients? And what are the ways that I bring these people into my space?
Love that. I love that. You know, it's so interesting that how you mentioned, you just said, and bring people into the space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it can be like, or I've heard people like, I'm going to speak, I want to do more stages, I want to express myself. But then it's like, I'm ready for people, but then there's like this glass invisible wall between them
Mm-hmm.
and the people, right? And what you're
Yes.
helping them is bringing this wall down. Like, it's safe for you to be seen, heard, and felt,
Mm-hmm.
safe to be intentional about who you are, how you serve, and also what you want to receive in as a result
Mm-hmm.
of that service. Oh, that's just so
Mhm.
beautiful. So set knowing exactly what you want to create and having
Mhm.
specificity with that is the secret number two. Do you have
Mhm.
another secret that
Yeah,
you
sure. My third secret is to have the good message. Because again, just think about it. If you are going and inviting the person to the party and you say, hey, just come along with me, the person is like, okay, where do you invite me? What kind of people are going to be there? What are we going to drink there? What are we going to eat there, right? What kind of fun we are going to have, right? So the same thing is like our message matters because we can have the best services, we can be the best business owner, but if we do not know how to articulate it to the people who is our audience, they do not know that we have something valuable to offer to them, right? So messaging is important. And the way I teach people, go out and just see what people usually talking about when it comes to your expertise, right? What are they saying? What are the problems? What are the issues? So you can use the same words when you are talking back to them. So these words really land to them. So messaging is super important because again, people always have money because the common our thinking is, oh, people don't have money. Trust me, people always have money for something that they feel is valuable, and it's our job to deliver the message that it feels 100% valuable to them.
Oh my goodness, this is so good. Irina, so you've given us like three amazing tips on how
Mm-hmm.
to be able to step into this right now. And the first one was building your
Mm-hmm.
audience, your community in that right, beautiful way, knowing exactly what you want to create and being specific in that, and
Mm-hmm.
also having a good message and being able to share that. Everyone who's listening, I want you to tell us which one of those points spoke mostly to you and how can we continue this journey with you? Do you have like a free gift
Mm-hmm.
or something that you can be able to share
Yes,
with us?
I have this amazing free gift. It's called Chechen Notes, voice notes. So basically, this is like less than 8 minutes a day. In the morning, you're listening to the audio and you are charging yourself for the day energetically. So you are ready to hug this world and to experience and just, attract the right people to you. Second is in the middle of the day where you are tuning in and you're saying, okay, I took an action step. Let me just really celebrate myself, right? Because the more we are in that vibe of beautiful energy, the more we are going to attract the people, the opportunity. And in the evening, we are just reflecting. And everything is like with this beautiful, music. It's playing. I created like my own song with AI. And it's just, magical. It's beautiful. And it's like I said, less than 8 minutes a day, but it's actually fine tuning because remember, a lot of times we are so busy, we are not pausing to actually being present. And these notes allow you to stay present and celebrate yourself because remember, the more we celebrate ourselves, the more universe deliver to us everything to celebrate for.
Oh my goodness. I love, love, love this. So we're gonna put the link in the show notes. So in the comments below, make sure you click that link and get your voice notes. I'm so looking forward to listening to that. I'm all about presence, activating
Mhm.
presence power. So yes, yes, yes. And based on everything that you shared with us, what would be the biggest takeaway that you'd want to leave us with today?
I love that. Don't stop being curious. That's the best thing. If something doesn't show up for you the way you wanted, just continue trying, continue testing, and stay curious because curiosity actually opens the door. And be very approachable. Because remember, people do not buy from businesses, people buy from people they are connected to, right? So be that best body for somebody that you talk, make them remember you because people do not remember what we are sharing with them, but they remember how we make them feel. So
Oh,
be that person
that's
who
so
is, yes, right?
Oh, let this message, you've heard it here from the queen. I'm calling her a queen, queen manifestation star yourself. So let this message marinate into your mind, body, heart, and soul. Go ahead and get Irina's voice notes. I'm so looking forward to hearing them myself. And, we want to hear your wisdom too. Again, put your biggest takeaway in the comments below. And if you were also inspired by this message, which we know that you were, go ahead and share this message out to give someone else the gift of manifestation and stepping into their increased predictable cash flow method as well. Thank you so much, Irina, for blessing us with your presence today. This was such a fuel for their mind, body, heart, and soul.
And thank you so much for your invitation. I had like I'm just feeling the goosebumps. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And thanks so much for having this show because I know that it can create the ripple effect.
Oh, absolutely. My honor and pleasure. All right, everyone. I'm so looking forward to seeing what your comments are from this episode. Let this message marinate into your mind, body, heart, and soul and beyond. You got this. Remember, we as entrepreneurs are called for amazing things. And now is the time to step into our freedom, our abundance, our prosperity. And this is where you get the message on how to be able to do just that. Looking forward to seeing you again next week for another episode and have an amazing rest of the day. Bye, everyone.